The Impact of Tokenised Funds on Investments by Brian McNulty, Fundadminchain, FAC.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brian McNulty. I am the founder and CEO of Fundadminchain. So what we are doing is we're exclusively focused on tokenizing funds, both mutual and private funds. So I'll unpick that very, very briefly. What do we mean by tokenizing mutual funds on a DLT? Tokenizing, it gives us the opportunity to dematerialize the asset and also associate some features with the asset so that we can actually then share that asset on a DLT. So by DLT, we're leveraging blockchain, so we get the immutability and the security of the data. And, just give me a to work the slides. So what, not you can actually see them. I think I'll just talk, guys. How's that? So we're using blockchain to leverage the immutability and the security of the data. We're on a distributed ledger network. So basically we are making sure it's a private network and we're distributing that data around the network. So what does that actually mean? It means that by having tokenized assets on a distributed network, you can actually share information much easier. So it's very ripe for disrupting value chains in any industry. We're applying it to funds. Why? Because for the last 30, 40 years, the funds industry has been built up of layers and layers and layers of very important parties moving the data around. Fund managers, distributors, brokers, exchanges, FMIs, transfer agents, custodians. They're all sharing and storing the same records of data time and time and time again. That means that there's lots of reconciliations, there's lots of lags in the data, and there's also lots of risks and mistakes. So we come along, we tokenize the fund, we tokenize cash, and we put that on a network. That's not that easy to do, but it's not the hard part. The hard part is how do you bring an industry that largely doesn't want to change because that's the incumbents that are actually taking the revenues out of it. How do you bring them on the journey? So I've been working exclusively in this space since 2015. We've now got 20 global fund managers working with us. We've got 9 that are currently in the pilot where we're launching tokenized funds. And then how do you actually get the others to come on? You work with them to show that this is an opportunity for change. So we work with the transfer agents, the distributors to see, look, we can actually drive efficiency in what you do as well. It's not that we're going to come after your profits. We'll actually take away some of the inefficiencies in your own organization so that the net experience, the net flows go up because the end investors have got a better product. It's easier, it's more flexible. So we'll bring more flow into the funds industry rather than right now there's a massive flow going out the door to other products. So by getting the industry to realize that that's the opportunity, that we can also drive this efficiency across what they do, we slowly get them on a journey. Now, technically, it's not easy, but we're blockchain experts, we're DLT experts, and we're funds experts. Getting the momentum of the parties is not easy. You also have to get them to align on a new economic model, which we're doing. We've now got 5 of the global TAs, and we've got all of those fund managers and the London Stock Exchange and other parties working on what that new dynamics is for the best interest of the end investor, because we're going to take a significant amount of the costs out, and hopefully that will be passed on to the end investor. So tokenized funds, it shouldn't be scared. The funds industry has got a very, very bright future ahead where we can bring that product out to more customers, the new generations that are looking for a more flexible product, but also in the interest of fund managers and the others. The last part's regulations. If you don't overcome the regulatory hurdles, it's just a big science experiment. So we work with the compliance individuals from all of those parties and the regulator to map out what are all the new regulatory concerns by tokenizing, but also let's look at the roles and responsibilities in the current structure, the current regime, and make sure that we're ticking the boxes of all of them as well. So that's a massive undertaking, but we're leading the charge in this global opportunity. It'd be stupid not to say we're going through another fundraise right now, so if there's any investors out there that would like to get in contact, it's Brian McNulty. and that's Fundadminchain. You can go to www.fundadminchain.com or find me on LinkedIn. We're looking forward to another wave of fund managers that are now joining. We're expanding into the US next year, and I've not even touched on the private fund side. So I'll get 4 seconds to go. I'll happily take one question before I pass on to the others. Or maybe not. Anyone get a pressing question? Okay, guys, have a lovely evening. Nice to meet you. Take care.